It starts with a misplaced dish or a sharp tone of voice. Within minutes, a trivial moment turns into a significant fracture in the relationship, leaving both people wondering how a conversation about chores became a war. These recurring arguments often stem from survival behaviors developed in the prehistoric wild, where reacting to small cues was once the difference between life and death. Subscribe to the channel and like this video, and share it with your friends. Scientists refer to this as evolutionary mismatch. We are operating with ancient software designed for the savanna while living in the highly complex modern world. This creates friction when our natural responses to stress fail to align with the reality of our current environment. To find a way out of these repetitive loops, we need to examine the biological pressures that shaped our ancestors and how those impulses still influence our interactions today. Imagine the world 200,000 years ago. Survival was a high-stakes, hourly struggle against predators, starvation, and the elements. In this environment, men and women faced radically different biological risks. This asymmetry dictated their daily choices and, eventually, their very nature. Consider the investment required for a female ancestor. A single child meant 9 months of physical vulnerability and years of care. This high biological cost favored those who prioritized long-term security, strong social bonds, and the ability to read emotional cues within a community. For early men, the biological cost of reproduction was low, but the cost of physical failure was absolute. Their survival strategy focused on acute threat response, perimeter defense, and the high-risk behaviors needed to secure territory and food. These distinct strategies ensured the species survived, but they also meant that men and women developed different emotional priorities based on their specific roles in the prehistoric world. Eons of practicing these survival tactics carved distinct pathways in the brain. These neurological patterns became the default setting for how we process the world. The male brain leaned toward compartmentalization. In the face of a physical threat, the brain isolates the immediate problem to take action, often silencing emotional data to prevent hesitation during a crisis. The female brain often operates through an interconnected network. It processes information by linking logic with emotional centers, allowing for a nuanced assessment of social dynamics and long-term group safety. If both brains witness the same stressful event, they might interpret the danger differently. One might see a small social slight as a major threat to group stability, while the other sees it as an isolated incident that requires no emotional response at all. These systems aren't broken. They are specialized tools that were once exceptionally good at solving different types of life or death problems. Today, we live in a world that is physically safe, yet we are still carrying those high-alert ancient brains into our kitchens and bedrooms. This creates a classic clash. One partner wants to vent to strengthen a social bond, but the other's brain identifies the venting as a problem that must be neutralized immediately with a logical fix. Conflict persists because our biology is misinterpreting modern requests for emotional connection as if they were prehistoric threats to our survival. Not subscribed to the channel yet? Subscribe now. The real tension in your relationship isn't with your partner, it's with the millions of years of evolutionary history that still dictates your first reactions. Identifying this mismatch provides a point of awareness. While we cannot simply delete our biology, understanding these impulses gives us a chance to pause before our instincts take over. When a fight escalates, we can ask if we are reacting to the modern situation or if a primitive part of our brain is sounding a false alarm. This awareness creates space for a different response. Extending grace to your partner becomes easier when you recognize that they too are navigating millions of years of conditioning. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you for the support. We may possess the brains of our ancestors, but our unique ability to recognize those primal signals is what allows us to build something they never could, a relationship defined by choice rather than instinct.